Um, we have to talk about this DiCaprio transfer strategy because it's getting ridiculous now. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Never. I have never seen a club, a football club, with money to spend, going out and spending big money purely on underaged players. Hence the term the DiCaprio strategy. I've never heard this before in my life. You see, I didn't even want to cover this. I didn't want to. When I saw, I was like, no. Gittins, I was like, well, not to say a pretty good young player, a pretty good prospective talent. At no point did I want Chelsea to go and get Gittins. There are already enough young players at Chelsea. Please go and get an established superstar to help us win trophies. Because Chelsea is a club that has spoken and will always speak fluent trophy. We don't speak mid table. We don't speak second. We don't speak runners up. We speak trophy. We are fluent in trophy and fluent in success. That's what we do. So when I saw Gittins, I was like, okay, what's going on here? And that was compounded with a guy who I support, Pedro. So in a vacuum, I think Pedro is a good signing. But when you now combine Pedro with all of the other signings that Chelsea have made, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I repeat, what club with cheddar to spend goes out and spends it on prospective players? Let me tell you how football works. Not every potential talent does well. Not every young talent does well. Most young talents fail to reach the potential than not. Very few actually reach the potential. Hence why what you do is you go out and you spend on that 28-year-old, that 27-year-old who they are at the peak of their powers, and you can see full evidence that, oh yeah, they're the finished article. All the players that Chelsea are getting, they're not finished articles. They're all good potential players. They're all potentials. What football club, again, with money to spend, goes out and spends on possibilities? Not guarantees, but possibilities. How does that spell success? But you know what? I want to come at this. I want to come at this from both angles here. So, what is the plus of doing this? The plus of doing this is this. What if you get all these young players together and you keep them and they grow and grow and grow? So once they're all together, by the time they're 26 and 27, their chemistry is unparalleled. They know each other like the back of their hand. They're a strong unit that has incredible understanding and chemistry. Once that happens, they're unbeatable because they've been playing together for 5, 6 years. So they've been together for like 6, 7 seasons. By the time they get to the 6, 7 season, oh, they are playing football unlike anyone else in the league because they know each other so freaking well. Again, like if you train with someone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know their habits. Even without thinking, oh yeah, I know he's going to play that ball there. Oh, I know I'm going to make that run because I know the ball is going to play. Oh, I know the ball he's going to play because I know the run he's going to make because you know each other so well. So the idea is if we keep all these guys together, by the time they get to the 4th or 5th season, we'll have a team unlike any other in the whole league. And we'll be playing football that will have such symmetry and such understanding. Nobody can match us. That sounds like an awesome idea. In theory. In theory, that sounds like an amazing, awesome, supreme idea. But here's the reality. So why did I pull this up here? Because what's that? Why did I pull this up here? The reason is we've seen this story before. So remember Wenger's second team: Fabregas, Nasri, Sania, Hleb, Diaby. And what he wanted to do is keep that team together. So by the time that they're in their fourth or fifth season, oh, that seems amazing. And they were getting there because it was like with each season, they were getting better, more cohesive. They were getting better, more cohesive. So the idea was like, oh no, by the time these guys really hit their peak together as a team, they will dominate the Premier League. They will easily dominate the Premier League. And if they had stayed together, 100%, I'm willing to bet anybody, if this team had stayed together, they would have dominated the league for 3 or 4 seasons. 100%. 100%. But what happened? Hleb was like, I don't want to wait. Sanya, I don't want to wait. Clichy, I don't want to wait. Sanya, I mean, all these guys, I don't want to wait. I need to go now. Nasri, I don't want to wait. Barca, Man City, so forth. Because they wanted to win now. They were not willing to wait. So then I say to the higher ups at Chelsea is, and this is where it gets key. This is where it gets key. If someone comes with a 150 million bid for Caicedo, will you sell? If someone comes with a 150 mil bid for Palmer, will you sell? 150 for João Pedro, 150 for Gittins, 150 for any of these guys who will offer you far more than what you bought them for. Are you going to sell? See, if you don't sell, oh, okay. How do I know that this isn't like a Ponzi scheme? How do I know that, bro? If a huge bid comes for Gittins in 3 or 4 seasons, a huge bid comes for João Pedro in 3 or 4 seasons, that you won't sell. Because if you do sell, then what was the point? But other than that, if these players are now, we know that they're on the blood plaques, but if these players say, nah, I want to leave, nah, I want to go, I don't want to play here anymore, and a big bid comes from a PSG, a Barca, a Real Madrid, a Bayern, are you going to keep them? So, because every player, they're here to win trophies, they're here to be ambitious. So if, for example, Real Madrid are going to give you 120 or 130 for Cole Palmer, and Cole Palmer wants to move to Real Madrid, will Chelsea reject that bid? So that's why this is worrying. I always say that the Abramovich way of doing things, that's how you have to do things. You see, the reality of football and the reality of modern football, the modern footballer is they want to win now. They're ambitious. So what you do is you buy players to win now. The most toxic word in modern football right now is process. That word is toxic. And that word is a lie. That word is an excuse. Because the only thing that matters is winning now and success. And I think it was Tuchel who said that no, that process thing is crap. It's about winning now. So when I hear Maresca say, "Oh no, it's a process. We don't want to hit win. No, it's a process," that's cowardly. You see, for Wenger, that had to be a process. He didn't have the money to spend. The money was tied up in the Emirates, so he had to build a team and slowly grow them because he had to. There was no money to spend. So he had to try to hold on to that team and create that team in the hope of maybe be able to say, what's up? Chelsea, you have the money. The money is there to spend. So you can buy an Osimhen, who's ready-made, a Gyökeres, who's ready-made, a Nico Williams, who's ready-made. These guys are ready-made and right here to ball. They've shown that they're ready to ball. So Gittins, João Pedro, Delap, just having a whole bunch of young guys, I'm like, okay, if you keep them together, that's still a potential. We're still not guaranteed. If you keep them together, fine. Are you sure they will fully be kept together? And that's the reality. Are you sure they'll fully be kept together? I don't know. So, again, from my view, the Abramovich way of doing things, that is how you have to do this. And I always defend that's a way of doing this and that way of freaking rolling. I'll always defend that way, So Again, tell me, maybe I'm wrong. But I just think having this DiCaprio strategy, bro, and you trying to win and you wanting to be serious about winning, doesn't flow, bro. It doesn't flow. So I am worried. I am worried that this team together, I don't know whether this team together can beat a City or a Liverpool. Look at Liverpool. Who are their two key players? Salah and Van Dijk. How old are those guys? City. I know they're washed, but who has been a key player for them all these past few years has been Bernardo Silva. And it's been Gundogan. How old are they? And look at how old they are. Those guys that help you win trophies are older guys. Yamal is a freak of nature. And even as much of a freak of nature as Yamal is, who has been scoring most of the goals for Barcelona? Lewandowski. How old he is? Sorry, how old is he? A totally, completely young team is never going to beat a team that has a blend of youth and experience. The way to win is you have to have a mixture of youth and experience. Having just youth, that's not a way to win trophies. And I'm here to win every single conceivable trophy. Think about becoming a Football Hut member. If you're a desktop merchant, just click on the join button below, over here. Or if you're a mobile phone merchant, just click on the join button below the video over here and join the true elite content crack addicts. Peace.